Okay, ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to ABC Amber Television, coming to you live from the great state of Texas, USA. I want to believe all of you out there had a wonderful, excellent Easter, remembering his death and his resurrection. How many of you know that without the resurrection of Jesus Christ, his death would have meant nothing, absolutely nothing? His resurrection brought us all hope for a life, not just in him, but for an eternity in glory, in heaven with him. The Bible says, one day we shall all, those who have believed in him, shall one day be seated with him at the right hand of the Father. What made that possible was his resurrection. And that is why every year the Christian community, the Christian churches celebrate his resurrection. Not just his death, but his resurrection. That's what matters the most. But one message, ladies and gentlemen, that we get out of Easter is the fact that after every trial, after every temptation, there is always hope. Without the suffering and the crucifixion of Jesus Christ, there would have been no triumph on the cross. So that speaks loud to our struggle here as Ambazonians, the revolution as Ambazonians. Without what we are going through today, we cannot expect. There will be no victory, no celebration at the end of the day. Trials always come before triumph. Again, thank you for joining. Please, for those of you joining by way of Facebook social media, go ahead quickly and hit your share button. We've got a lot to talk about today, so please quickly hit your share button. I got two guests that I bring to you today. We're going to be discussing very, very critical issues relating to Ground Zero, the revolution, and of course their health. And I'm talking about the coronavirus. We're going to be bringing you some updates on the coronavirus. And so please, I'd like you to do what we do best. Go ahead and you hit your share button. Let us quickly populate this platform. If you are joining, go ahead, hit your share button. And let me say hi to those of you who are joining. And please, I like the pace at which the numbers are rising. Let's get the 700 in the next 3 minutes. The 700 number in the next 3 minutes. In the meantime, let me see who is joining me here. Ndong Boniface, I see you, sir. Walter Che, let's all be focused and say positive things. Absolutely, sir. Edwin Ba, thank you for joining. Soli Makusa. Okay, Princess Pamela, I see you, ma'am. Amber Descendants 2 is here. TT, I think she's joining from London. Am I right? London or Sweden, one of those. Sama Aloysius. Frank Bess. Okay, I see you. Julius Fonchan. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, go ahead, hit your share button. Mojoko platform, I see you. Amber Jonathan. Thank you. In Mestino Junior, Bowie County is not taking last. Yeah, that's a challenge. All right, I hope so. Tony Brown, watching from Jerusalem. Okay. Davy Daniel, good afternoon, Secretary. Thank you, sir. Mavin Obi, I see you. Mercy Njo, thank you for joining. David Nkengim, I see you. Nay Louis 10. Okay. Kenny Kep Mane, watching. I see also Abba Greg. Loveline Bora. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, you know I can't call every name here, so please, again, I really like the pace and I wish the numbers are rising. Please go ahead, hit your share button as you join. Hit your share button as you join. The moment we have the 700, I bring you the commentary and the guests right away. I don't have time to waste. While you are doing so, let me see if I have any updates here to bring to you. I want to thank all members of the ABC Amber Club for a fabulous, wonderful, excellent, very, very uplifting club meeting that we had over the weekend. I couldn't believe the enthusiasm and the excitement and the generosity and all the compliments that I witnessed in there. God bless you all. And if you are out there, you have not yet registered to become an ABC Amber Club member, I want to tell you, you are missing it, and I am not exaggerating. I really mean it. I couldn't believe that a set of Amazonians so enthusiastic as those I saw over the weekend with ABC Amber Club. So please, if you have not yet joined ABC Amber Club, get to the website www.abcambertv.org. Again, it is www.abcambertv.org. When you get there, you will look on the top right of the website. There is a banner that says to join the club. Click on that banner. It will take you to the page where you register for the club. You will not regret you did. And you only have $5, $10, $20. You make your choice. You make your choice to donate on a monthly basis. That will help us to keep ABC alive until Boya. So please, let's do that. And of course, the CID is also very, very important. My brothers and my sisters, we are at a very, very critical moment in this revolution, and I can assure you that all that we need is money. All that we need now is money. Money to support those boys who are carrying sticks, who are carrying guns, machine guns on ground zero. I don't have to shy away from saying guns, because it is self-defense. It was declared on us. We did not ask for it. We did not go for it. They declared it upon us. We have to defend ourselves. And the only way we do so is through you and me, sending in our monthly contributions through the CID, compulsory independence dues. Compulsory independence dues. The website is www.cid.ambercitizens.com. www.cid.ambercitizens.com. So that is where you go to sign up for your CID. And again, for ABC, I want to remind you, the website is abcambertv.org. abcambertv.org. That is where you go to sign up to become a member of ABC Club. Again, thank you. All of you out there who were in the meeting last weekend. I think we had about 98. I saw the last figure was 98. Now, that was small compared to the total number of people who have registered for the club. So lots of people are still out there, and I know lots of people are still not yet in the Amber WhatsApp forum, Amber ABC WhatsApp forum. So please, if you are not yet included in the ABC Club WhatsApp forum, send your number with your name. Send your number with your name to 603-682-2687. And it should be your WhatsApp number. Your WhatsApp number. If you have registered for ABC Amber Club but you are not yet included in the WhatsApp Club forum, send your number and your name to 603-682-2687 so you can be included in the club. All right, how many do we have? 486. Please go ahead, hit your share button, ladies and gentlemen, very, very quickly. I see Becky Awa. Yes, 98 Secretary, she says she's confirming the attendance at the club meeting last Saturday, I guess. Jones Bisong, I see you. Eni Roche, yes, ma'am, I see you. RFU, Ep House, Julius G. This is a club member. Okay. Please, ladies and gentlemen, go ahead and you hit your share button. Let us get into this broadcast proper. I want to welcome formally everybody on Ground Zero. Everybody on Ground Zero. We want to believe that you are all staying safe from the coronavirus. I come to you with some updates today on the coronavirus. The situation is not getting any better. That is the summary of the information I bring to you. But there is what you can do. There is what you can do to protect yourself, to protect your families, to stay away from this dreaded pandemic. So please, it is not getting any better. The good thing, though, is in our territory, Ambazonia, the southern Cameroons, there are no confirmed victims yet, not that which I know. There are no confirmed victims yet. But what is happening in Yaoundé is very, very upsetting. What is happening in Yaoundé, ladies and gentlemen, is very, very upsetting, and we are going to talk about that today. We're also going to talk about some testing that I see being carried out in La République du Cameroon. I don't know whether the images I saw are in Ambazonia or in La République du Cameroon. We are going to talk about that with the expert that I have here joining me in the studio or on the set. So please, that is what we are going to talk about today. And God willing, I will spare some few minutes to take a few calls from Ground Zero. I shall also be talking about bikers, Bamenda bikers protest tomorrow for the release of their motorbikes, their motorcycles confiscated and impounded by the colonial governor of La République du Cameroon in Bamenda, Lele Lafrique. That is one of the subjects. Then, of course, I will be discussing with my guest, Barrister John Sutton-Fru, the happenings in Yaoundé, the developments in Yaoundé about Mr. Paul Biya. Paul Biya is dead. Take it from me. Paul Biya is dead. They may be hiding it. They can hide it for the next 1 month. It will not change the fact that Paul Biya is dead. We're going to be talking about that. And also we shall be talking about some attacks going on Ground Zero in Owe. La République is again, they haven't burnt any settlement for a while, but as of yesterday, we learned that Owe was razed down. And also, we're going to be talking about some security issues involving a certain Alaji who pretends to be a restoration fighter general in Bafut. This guy is very, very dangerous, and we're going to be talking about that. And the guy in Indian who is called Ikeku, we're going to be talking about that. These are the issues that I bring to you today. Ladies and gentlemen, please go ahead again, hit your share button, and let those who did not know I'm coming here, let them join us. Ground Zero, good evening to you. Every Ambazonia restoration fighter, I bless all your souls. You are wonderful. You are courageous. You are resilient. God bless you all. And of course, to the rest of you everywhere in the globe, in the diaspora, welcome to ABC Amba Television. I will go ahead to start this broadcast proper, ladies and gentlemen. Again, this is very, very important. I'm talking about the corona virus. Nothing has changed. It is still a dreaded virus that is If you are careless, it will infect you. And right on ground zero, it doesn't appear like there has been enough sensitization. No, let me not say sensitization. I believe there has been enough sensitization, especially from this television, the ABC. Again and again, we have brought in guests, experts, who give you advice on what you should be doing or not, or what you should not be doing. And we continue to do so. We ask for a lockdown of our borders. We ask for taxis to be shut down. We ask for transportation buses to be shut down. But many people are still indulging in these activities. Many people are still indulging in these activities. We have said again and again, they are not safe for you. We will not have the restoration forces come around to enforce a shutdown of transportation along our borders. We will not have restoration forces go to the parks to stop these buses from loading. If you care about your own life, stay home and do not attempt traveling anywhere where you may have to catch the coronavirus. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, again, once more, I have with me, joining me from the great state of California, our own one and only Ma Manka, who is a nurse practitioner and has been working very, very extensively on this virus in her home state of California. Ma Manka, it's a pleasure to have you back again on ABC, ma'am. Good afternoon, or is it good morning?
It's good afternoon, just after midday here in California.
Just after midday in California, and here in Texas, it is just a little over 2:30, and in Washington D.C., a little bit over 3:30. Ground zero, a little bit over 8:30 p.m. Good to have you again. You're welcome, ma'am.
Thank you, Secretary Chris. Again, thank you, Ground Zero, for what you all are doing. Thank you for staying up late and watching us at 8 o'clock at night. We're happy again to bring to you guys information that is going to save our lives, because we know that there are people who are dying. In the USA, as of today, we have 45,000 people who have the virus.
In the USA, as of today, we have 45,000 people who have done what?
505,000.
Oh, 500, and so that you are breaking up. I couldn't get you. 505,000 or 45,000? 545,000, ladies and gentlemen, as of today. That is the number that has contracted the coronavirus in the USA. And how many deaths out of 545?
We are more than just the city of New York. It's more than 61,000 people that are dead in the city of New York. So we are in the
how many alone in New York?
More than 61,000 people.
More than 61,000 have died in the city of New York alone. Is that what you said?
I think that's the number that I heard, except I misread it this morning. Yes.
I'm not very sure of that number. You may have to check that again. I think in New York, probably, I thought it may be a little over 10,000.
Okay. So it is over 10,000 people that have already died in New York. Yes.
But that is a huge number. That is essentially, if you compare it to back home, you are talking about a combination of about 5 villages wiped out. Am I not? Am I wrong?
The whole village of Bafoot wiped.
Yeah. The whole village of, even the whole village of the town of Bali, I guess, I think that not up to 10,000 people in Bali.
Yep. So you're talking about city completely gone. So so this is not a disease that we have to take at all, not a disease we have to take lightly.
Right. So we need your expertise here. I have seen some video footages coming from ground zero with some nurses or doctors, whoever they are, going around and trying to test people of the virus. Who has obliged that? I have not seen that done. I mean, do they even have the equipment to do that?
My people, let me speak to you guys in Pidgin.
Okay.
When I see this video, I tell when I say my heart break. Reason we say we know the kind people they were with them. We know say even the French people where they live with we, they not like we, because now they don't support this government kill with people. So that means say we not trust one thing where they say they do them for help people. I expect, especially if they put anything for yours, the first thing where I see come my mind, I say they don't go for people where they get that coronavirus. They don't go take sample them. They now don't begin go around to infect people, so that they go in, those when they know that they infect our people, especially now we where we speak English. When we people then start dying by themselves, their families they go die with. So please, Aguna, me no man no leave me and I put anything for he knows where he know the sick. If you don't get fever, where the fever stand now within the last 3 days, if you don't get cough, if you not get difficulty for breathe, make you not believe me that people they can't put nothing for your nose. People that they get they check even sometimes you get fever when a malaria or na typhoid. So they go first need to check all that thing and go for your own doctor. Me they first check and say whether na typhoid or na malaria. They can check that other the other COVID.
All right, hold on for this more, Mahamanka. Again, fellow Amazonians, the person where they talk for you now, I will call her expert for this coronavirus. I don't know what I should call it, treatment. Mahamanka is a nurse practitioner where they work with infectious diseases for the state of California, and it be very, very deeply involved for California for the treating of this coronavirus. Which way it tell wanna like expert. It tell wanna like expert. And it talk say, if you sick, if you hear sign for fever or cough for your body, no agree. Make that people where we see them, they work at door to door, they test people, no agree, make them come test you. The first thing you get for do, now for go meet up doctor, maybe go for hospital, make doctor first test you for make sure say, weighty, a day for your skin, no be now fever. Because the tendency if you say, many people now, they will hear some more fever, feel some more fever, get some more cough for their body, then start a fear. If you get any small fever or any cough, anything where you suspect, no talk say you get coronavirus, the first thing you get for doing is say, go see your doctor, make it first test you for make sure say, no be enough fever, where it worry you. That people where they work at door to door, say that they test people for corona, all wuna, Amazonians for ground zero, where when they hear the sound of our voice, make when I no agree, make anybody it come say a one test when I for coronavirus, because they don't get the capability. And if they don't, and if they even do them, they instead add the virus for your body, for your skin, and before you know, when them don't go, you don't carry that virus. make una, I call it the message where my man can again, it talks, make una no agree. Make no one man no agree. If they come for una, say they want test una, make una deny. My man can over to you again, please.
I want for tell una say, when we the one go test for that virus, we don't wear the big gown for skin cover with skin, gloves for with hands. We wear that mask them for with face. So that me we when we come check una because we too forget the illness. We will not go transmit them for the way we go check it. Me I did that for where they me I don't see that people that wear that here for people now. They just come maybe wear off, they inside your face. We don't tell when last time. Exposure now only 2 minutes interval. So if you get it on, either inside your face, the breathe the air, you to the breathe the same air. Where in hands themselves, we don't know whether from the other person one come for you if you don't wash your hands or not. It bring that infection for you. Just because he wear gloves, no means say they day for his clothes or for his other parts for skin. So again, for really be careful.
Can I stop you there? Ask you this question. These people were there for ground zero. They work at door to door. They test people, say that they test coronavirus. Then even get the right equipment for do the testing.
I believe so. I know me. I tell you why. Because even for here country where America, they get all kind of money. They find this for it because they don't get enough test kits. So who determine me say they don't get enough test kits for corona from door to door, where they never test, they want them for hospital. Where I know how well if you show up for hospital, you get first come now with me or francs before they start test you. Now it's sort of free kit where they go around begin test people. No trust these people. Where we after we be trust them, they see the way where they kill with picking them, kill with mommy, kill with papa, rape with children. If any man get his sense, make him know say these people, no man know if he ever trust one come up for their mouth or talk say they get our best interest for her. Now like people. So like I don't tell you now, if you check say you get fever, stay quiet for your place. Go for your doctor. Me doctor check whether you get typhoid first. Me doctor check whether na malaria first. They treat the malaria, treat the typhoid, and then if you no go away and then the symptom begin get worse, before you say me you find out now you go find doctor them say me they check for them. No come for you for can't check you where you no even call them or tell them it's on you.
So again, your message will be say when anybody come for your door, come knock your door, say he want for test you coronavirus, deny. No be so?
Not true, you deny. Because if you catch that thing from them, all you and your family, they will be infected. When I remember, I say 2 weeks ago, I be tell when I say, you are my brother's keeper, you are my sister's keeper, you are my mother. All we are each keeper. When I remember thing where I be tell now exactly the thing that I be tell now. That means say, if you go see, you go protect yourself, protect your family. So that me this disease no all man, so that we when I go get picking the way they go grow, so that they will go they will name. We know say we live on now through our family, through our picking them. If you don't live, if you not protect yourself, not protect your picking, it means that the whole generation don't die, family don't die. We know we'll get people them in the future. Please, na illness where we really get take each.
All right. Thank you. Before I let you go, wait till you go talk about this face mask where we don't want to make everybody don't to put them on.
Thank you, Chris. When I day Cameroon, you see, when I see where I wear my kaba buy am na for Bamenda. I want something. We get tellers. We get plenty tellers. Tell us them that if you take 1 yard wrapper, you go so take more than 100 of that mask. We need to make this ourselves. For all we say, we know say we need to now start produce things and for ourselves, because we don't prove and for we say the product already sent out for we, they not been a good product. If I don't know when I don't see pictures, some people they put that mask for their face swell out, swell up.
Yeah, now hold on a little bit. Hold on a little bit for that. Me yesterday, I see some pallet loads of face masks about to be shipped from China to Africa, precisely to La République. Of course, if it gets to La République, it definitely will get to our territory. Wait till you go talk. For me, I will talk, so make nobody not take any mask where they come out for China, come for ground zero. Wait till you go talk about that, Manka.
No man no go buy nothing from China. Abuna, you go for your own. If you know Sabi, you fit take you your handkerchief. I don't this thing. Mommy them. Wait it don't happen for we head tie them. Wait it don't happen for we take your wrapper, cut them, put some for your picking face, make it tie so that get cotton material. Wait the virus, make it not enter your picking. You yourself, safe. When you want to go for market, take that wrapper, tie your face. When I see hamburger people their face, just leave only their eye. When a time don't reach for we for start learn how to tie so your mouth, cover your nose, so that you breathe that air, so that you go protect that virus for enter. If you don't enter your lungs, you go be all right. Then and you go enter your lungs now how? Through your nose, through your mouth, and through your, if you know wash your hands. That means say when you reach for house after you don't go for outside, not go carry pick. If picking run, carry that picking. Go inside, take all your clothes and change them. Wash your hands. You don't wash your hands before you fit come outside. Start touch anything inside your house before you picking. Wash your face. Wash inside your nostril. Fine. Wash that virus. Okay. Hand washing, mask, and stay away from each other. 2 meters away from inside your house. If somebody come up, even for baffles and they come for Kanwaka, put them. Need to stay for their own corner themselves. Leave them 14. Then they don't start show symptoms before they come. Person when you don't want this and he don't like you. Okay, that means that person not to worry about your own well. Oh man, even I know how in those days they talk about boy quarter. Time don't reach I use boy quarter. Even include the boss. I see a movie where boss come back from America or now from Musawe Komokam. He house boy deny for open door because madam no enter. He said na house. That attitude we need to start really care about each other. So that means say when you come out, you know, say you don't hang around rich people then for Yaoundé and Douala them where they get money. You be at that time when you come reach your place, take your family, stay inside your one room. You want they go can't give you chop for day. You go wash until after that 14 days when you not get symptoms. Then we go leave you, make you walk out amongst people.
All right. Manka, thank you. I know you did for me there for work for day. I will let you go, but we will continue the subject. I will now continue with subject with a politician, the one and only honorable barrister Fru John and so is joining me. And Mike, Manka, again, thank you for joining the broadcast, please. You have a great day.
Thank you, Secretary Chris. Thank you.
Thank you. God bless. So, Ground Zero, I hope you have heard it. It is very, very important. Very, very important. Make when I stay away from any face mask. Stay away from any face mask where it come to una from China. Even if they dash una na dash am, make una not take or agree for use any face mask where it come from China. Una plenty una they fit so una own face mask. Una fit so una own face mask. I know our women to be very, very creative. Una fit take handkerchief. Una fit take all wrapper when na una own. Or when I fit take small pieces of cloth they wear, tailor the wrong cut and throw away them. All that small thing them when I fit use them for create when I own face mask. Every household if fit for create a face mask. If even create 2, 3, distribute some to others for help people where they not fit sew their own. No take anything where it come out from China. Because we know so for the kind time so lot of public. It will take anything from China because they are beggars. They are beggars. They will take them. China will say take, and who knows? The one where they will push and send them for water for day. If it be that the one where that people they don't die for China for the same virus, they don't send them package them, send them for water because we don't see video where they don't wear someone for China, then wash them, repackage them, then they send them, they sell them for Africa. So, I hope so when I understand this. No buy any face mask where it come out for China, even if they give one are free. We hear the colonial prime minister they talk say for wear mask now compulsory thing. For wear mask for Ambazonia and for their country now compulsory thing. But me when I hear, me when I know ask them for a single mask. And that people where they work at door to door, where when I don't see them for video, they test people, so they test coronavirus. Make when I no agree, no open your house or give yourself, make them test you. The only thing you get for do now say, if you feel small fever for your body, go meet your doctor. Meet your doctor, it tests you, so to tell you say, no be fever before if you begin worry whether na coronavirus. And if na coronavirus make you depend now for your doctor where you know him for tell you no be anybody where they waka come knock your door say make it test you whether you get coronavirus. Make wanna no gree for that one. Now today we get information, ladies and gentlemen, we got information that 200 detainees in Kondengui prison in Yaoundé have been put under medical watch in the Kondengui clinic or health center that they have there. This morning, we got that information from sources inside Kondengui that 200 prisoners, detainees, most of them Ambazonians, were moved. Who had the symptoms? Most of them had the symptoms, the coronavirus symptoms, and they were all packed. And use the word packed like said of sardine. Now sardine that they packed because that their small clinic inside that Kondengui cannot host. It is not meant for 200 people, but they have over 200 prisoners with symptoms similar to coronavirus in that health center. They were all moved in there today. Now coming to you live tonight, I learned that nine have died and the regime is secretly sending the corpses out over the night. This is very, very dangerous. And we are warning La République du Cameroon. We know exactly how many Ambazonians are there in Kondengui, Central and Principal Prison. And should any one of them die because of this coronavirus, we will know what to do. And we have also learned that one chief from the BLM was just only today, sent into that clinic or health center in Kondengui, and he is suspected to be having that coronavirus. And this colonial regime will not as much as release these people to go out and look for their own treatment. They are keeping them in their dungeons. But so I don't know what, I am just mad here. I am just mad here. That is the reason we are running away from that regime. That is the reason we are cutting ourselves off from them. But so it's a pleasure to have you back here, sir. I'm sure you have heard this news coming from Kondengui today. 200 detainees moved into that small clinic, and they all have symptoms of the coronavirus. What are you hearing, sir?
Yes, I'm hearing the same thing, Chris. Before I answer, let me give my condolence to Manka from Los Angeles. You may know, Chris, that we lost one of our vibrant Amazonian.
Oh yeah, right, in California.
Yeah, Tedin Diop in California. And I want to offer my condolences to our people in California, especially Los Angeles. Chris, I heard that information. I had it since last night. There are more than 200 now, and I don't know where they are keeping them, but I hear that there are 9 deaths already.
Yes, 9 deaths, 9 deaths.
And you know what, Chris? This is a situation where there's no government. There's no, the judicial system is Mr. Bia's preserve. The Procureur General cannot do anything like issuing a nolle prosequi, which means releasing, withdrawing the charges against people and releasing them. There is nobody to do that. And that prison will have all around the country, will have more than 2,000 of our people there. So,
did you say 2,000? 2,000 is an understatement.
I mean,
we have more than 3,000.
Yes, okay. More than 3,000.
More than 3,000.
All the prisons together. If anything happens to any Amazonian in that prison because of coronavirus, we will have to react, Chris. And that is what is happening. The prisons are like, people sleep there like sardines. I received the picture from a colleague of mine who's in Yaoundé, Barrister Victor, who told me what is actually happening now. About 9 or more have already lost their lives.
Correct.
And the place is terrible. If you're talking about 200 people infected, there may be more than that.
And just imagine, if you have 200 infected and they are already in the hospital and God forbid it turns out to be true, just imagine the rest of the prisoners in there. How many of them are going to contract this disease?
Well, Chris, you are talking about a hospital. I've been inside that prison. The infirmary that we're talking about cannot house even 10 people. So I don't understand it. I don't know how they are managing it. But the fact of the matter is that it's a catastrophe that is brewing in the prisons in Cameroon. Our people are going to die if care is not taken, if nothing is done. So that is where we are today. We don't know what else to do.
Today, just before coming on live, I received an audio from some other Amazonians in the Boya prison. If I have time, I will play that audio. They sent it to me directly. He said, Secretary Chris, we are dying. We are literally dying here in the Boya prison. Please, you people should do something to help us, help free us. I almost tear down hearing the tone of this gentleman, 2 of them, saying we should do everything to help them, that they are falling sick one after the other inside a detention center in Boya.
If you ask me, Chris, if we had the means, which we don't have, if we have the means, we should storm that prison. Because our people are going to be killed. They are going to perish in those prisons. Just that we don't have the means, we are incapacitated. Otherwise, that particularly Boya prison. There's no reason why we cannot storm that whole prison and release our people, so that those that will survive outside. Those that will die. I don't understand it. I don't understand what La Republic is doing to us. And right now they have no government. Power is on the street, and yet nobody to release to decongest the prisons so that these people can go and treat themselves. What the hell is going on? Is the world really watching? Is this world really watching what is happening to us?
Fellow Ambazonians, I like to make an appeal. I need 10, just 10. If there are more, I am fine. I need just 10 Ambazonians. Just 10 Ambazonians. Who will say, Secretary Chris, I want to support a storming of that prison. I have $1,000 to give for that project. Because what is stopping our fighters from getting to some of these places is a lack of proper equipment. Yes, exactly. It's a lack of proper equipment. The boys need the right equipment to get to those locations and bring them down into pieces. They cannot have the right to go around and burn down our villages and our towns, and they have them pick up our brothers, our sisters, and lock them up in confinements, and they are dying in their number, and we sit here and we say, oh, God help. God help those who help themselves. We got to do something. I am making an appeal. If you can make a donation before this event is over of $1,000, please text me your name and your number at 603-682-2687. Again, the number 603-682-2687. Text me on that number with your name, and I will get back right to you after this broadcast is over. If you can chip in $1,000, and I need 10 people who can do that. If you cannot do $1,000, if you can do anything and you are in the diaspora, please send me an email. Send me an email at ciano@ambazoniagov.org. Again, it is ciano@ambazoniagov.org. We cannot just hear these things and just lament and wish that something happened. No, something would have to happen if we do something. Please, let's take this challenge. Let's take up this challenge and free. Yes, please.
Let me add that we are not only storming Boya, we should also storm the Bamenda prison, because they are...
Correct. Absolutely. Bamenda is another prison. I'm forgetting about that. Yes. We have to break those prison yards and free our brothers and our sisters before they all die of the coronavirus in those dungeons. We have a government. Sorry, I didn't say we have a government. We don't have a government. The regime in Yaoundé is irresponsible. It is reckless. They care less about you, the common man. And it is left to us, when the government has ignored its duties, to take it into our hands and help ourselves. So please, I am pleading with you today. We got to do something as Ambazonians. We cannot sit out here lamenting. I mean, our brothers cannot sit in jail lamenting, and we are sitting out here also lamenting. We have the ability to do something. We've got the power to do something. Let us do it now. Let us do it now and free them.
And Chris, can you increase it to 20 Ambazonians? Because 10 alone will not do Boya and Bamenda.
Thank you. When I talk about 10, I was thinking of Boya only. I will increase it to 20 Ambazonians, please. 20 Ambazonians who can each give us $1,000. If this thing is a challenge to you, if it moves you, if it touches you, please don't sit there and lament. Don't sit there and shed tears. Don't sit there and hope that God does a miracle. God will use you and me to do that miracle. So I am challenging 20 Ambazonians who can chip in $1,000 each to do so, please, so that we can free our brothers in Boya, in Bamenda. We could do same in Yaoundé, but we don't have possibly the chances to do so. But we can do it in Boya. We can do it in Bamenda. Please send in your support. Let us empower the boys who have the duty to carry out that task.
And all right. I call the restoration forces in Bamenda and in Victoria, and of course Fako and Mezam and Momo and the other surrounding counties to get ready for that operation, because we cannot allow our people to die in this manner. Massive death. We must do something.
Correct. And let me also add that if you cannot give the 1,000, I know there are those who will give. Please, we need the $1,000. We need the $1,000. However, if you are not rich enough, if your hands are not rich enough for the $1,000, you can give $100, you can give $200, you can give $500. So please, I am pleading with all of you. When I came up here, Barrister John, I didn't plan this, as I would have put some numbers on the screen, but I just wasn't thinking about this. This is impromptu. This is spontaneous. So I am pleading with you again. The number you need to contact. I know that Comfort is watching. Comfort, Nelly, Viv, Dr. Luis. You are all watching. Please, for those of you in the admin, please put your numbers out there. Put your numbers out there. But my personal number, if you are giving $1,000, my personal number is 603-682-2687. Send me a text with your name, and I will get to you after this broadcast is over. But Comfort is watching. I believe Nelly V is watching. Please put your numbers out there and let the people know. Pin the number on Facebook. Let people text you and send their numbers, or if possible, send them the PayPal link so they can do that. They can pay it directly, but let them send you their names and their numbers so we know exactly who is paying. Fellow Ambazonians, we have to do this. I am asking you, I'm pleading with you. It is not about the interim government. It is not about any organization. It is about our people whom La Republic is presiding over he wants to preside over their massacre in those dungeons, so-called prisons in Boya and Bamenda. Well, we have to free them. Barrister John, you were about saying something else.
I was going to say that time is of the essence, because we need to act and act fast before our people start dying like chickens.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Again, this is very, very critical. Very, very critical. There is a chief in Kondengui from the BLM who was taken to that dungeon, so-called health center today. I am not sure whether he's still alive today, but can you imagine they arrest our chiefs for frivolous excuses and put them in jail, and they would not as much as try them. They sit them in jail so that they die there. When they die there, they sneak them out in the night and bury them somewhere else. So tomorrow they will say, no, we never had him in the first place in custody. It's very, very pathetic. And we must do all that we can. Ladies and gentlemen, we must do all that we can to free our people. Barrister John, let me move on to another subject. Bikers, if you listened to me last week, I came here and mentioned that a meeting took place in the private residence of the colonial governor, Lelela Freaking Bamenda, in which they agreed. He gathered francophones. He gathered francophones of the Bamileki extraction in his private home in Bamenda. And they all agreed to confiscate and impound every motorbike in the city of Bamenda that belonged to indigenous Ambazonians. And so they deployed on April the 4th. The governor signed the order. deploying the gendarmes from the Legion chapter upstation Bamenda and the military in town. He deployed them all over the city, and as of Friday, they had confiscated 1,500 motorbikes in their day at the Legion upstation in Bamenda, and 2,000 others were being stored at the mayor's office downtown Bamenda. Now we have learned that all the bikers in Bamenda are going on strike tomorrow, protesting for the release of their motorbikes to them tomorrow. But we came with a message to all the bikers. If you are watching and listening to me, it should not be enough for you to stage any protest to that governor's office. You don't have to demonstrate. You don't have to stage a protest for your bikes to be returned to you, because that is what you use in earning your own living. Now, they went out, they profile you when you drove by, they stop you, they stop the other person, two of you are stopped on the same spot. If you happen to be Ambazonian, your bike is confiscated. You are a Bamileki or Francophone, you are let go with no wahala with your bike. Mr. Barisan, so what is happening? What is happening to these people? They really don't think that we have grown up, isn't it?
I think that the population of Bamenda should wake up. It's not only the bikers. The population should give them all the backing as much as possible, so that they go to those council areas and retrieve their bikes. They go in massively to those council areas, to that council place, and retrieve their bikes, and even go to that gendarmerie post in Bamenda station and take their bikes. The population, if the population comes out en masse, what will they do? Will they kill all of us? But that is the only way. That's the only fight the La Republic knows. That is the only fight they know. Especially now, Chris, where there's no government. We don't know what is going on. So the population to take its responsibility, come out and mass.
We are not. I think just going out, taking its responsibility is not enough. We have asked, but Mr. John, if you may adjust your camera a little bit, lift up this thing.
Yes.
But we are saying, just going out to march is not enough. Every Francophone business in the city of Bamenda should be a target. Every business belonging to any Francophone in the city of Bamenda should be a target. They cannot come in and deprive our people of their livelihood, and then just imagine, they want to monopolize everything in the city of Bamenda. So we buy from them. They work for us. No, the money is being drained from us, and guess who it is going to? It is going to the Bamilekis, the Francophones. This is the order. This is the order. Every Bamileki business out there must be visited to send a message to Lele Lafrique that we will not allow foreigners, immigrants to rule us. Am I wrong?
No, you are not. And let me concur by saying that Lele Lafrique has started a war that he cannot manage. The whole population of Bamenda should go after those Bamileki people. All their businesses. No business should be seen standing as long as those bikes have not been released. Anytime that La Republic forces kill any of our civilians, we should visit them. This is not a time for us to start talking about life or this, life or that, or they are strangers or this. We have to react accordingly.
No Francophone should live in peace in Nkwen, around Bali, end of town, everywhere. And if that thing, the same thing should happen in the southern zone. We can no longer tolerate this. We have asked that they should leave. We've given them enough time since last year we started asking them to leave. We have given them enough time. We've dragged the rubber. Enough. This is the moment. Seizing over 4,000 motorbikes and rendering our people jobless with the inability to take care of their own families. If we do not react now, if Ground Zero does not react now, we are fighting to lose this war. That is exactly the point.
May I add, Chris, that the fact that they have raised down Owe, it's enough reason for the Southern Zone to go on the rampage.
You are very right.
Raise down all Bamileke businesses, all Francophone businesses.
They went into Owe and they, just as they do all the time, raised down the entire town. Raised down the entire town. Ladies and gentlemen, this war is not a joke. I have said this again and again. This war isn't a joke. This war isn't a joke. The time has come for both civilians and Amber Restoration Forces to get these people out before they get you out. Because if you do not start getting them out, they will all get you in jails. Those jails in Bamenda, they will need more. In fact, we learned that already in Boya, there are separate, they are no longer using just the center police station in Boya. Now they have different houses that people do not know where they are keeping people, because the center prison has become overflooded. And when you say overflooded in their prisons, you know what overflooding means. It means they have more than quadruple the official number that's supposed to be in that detention center. So if you let them stay, you will start going, the majority of you will start going to prison one after the other, because they are all spies. They are all spies.
That is correct, Chris. That is correct. We need to act now, or we are doomed.
Thank you. Oh, I hope these bikers they hurt me, and I hope the population in Bamenda, they are hearing me, and of course all over the northern zone, all over the northern zone. These people are the reason why we are in this predicament today. They are the reason why we are in this predicament today. And I think the moment is here. The moment is here to get rid of them. Get them out. We should no longer be talking the talk. We've talked it enough. We've talked it enough. I think this is the moment to see a mass exodus. A mass exodus of Francophones living in Amazonia. If we can't get them out, we are not yet serious. I know somebody is sitting there saying, Chris, but you have said this again and again and again. What is the interim government doing? Yes, the interim government has its weakness, especially when this policy is concerned, because it has not been effectively enforced. And I really hope that all the NSC, National Security Council, or chairman out there who has power in their LGAs over the Amber Restoration Forces are hearing me. We cannot keep on announcing this and saying this without your participation, which means your action. All right, so let us get to the subject of Paul Biya. Many people say he is dead, but I want to officially say it today. Of course, all what we have heard are allegations, rumors. But let me come to you today, ladies and gentlemen, saying to you unequivocally that Paul Biya is dead. Just wait for the announcement. They will refuse to tell you. They refuse to announce it because of what they are cooking behind the scenes. Take it from me, Paul Biya is dead. And what they are doing is only to set up what becomes of that country in in the few months. Unfortunately for them, they have to do it in the coming weeks. They have to announce it in the coming weeks, because if Bia is not seen at the 20th May, they are in trouble. They have directly confirmed it. But I'm bringing the news to you. I'm breaking it to you, ladies and gentlemen. Paul Bia is dead. He is not alive. But so, what have you heard, sir?
Yes, sir. I tend to agree with you, even though we don't have evidence yet. But I agree with you, given the circumstances on the ground. I want to tell you that my sources are telling me that the French are trying to force an election, a precipitated presidential election.
The French are trying to force an election?
Yes.
Is that possible?
A precipitated presidential election with a forged decree calling people to the polls. Forge, they want to forge Bia's signature to call people to the polls. And they want to force the CPDM and its Politburo to introduce Bia's son as the candidate for the CPDM. And to go forward, they want to exclude Professor Kamtu because he did not go for the last election. That is what my sources are telling me, Chris, and it's very troubling. That is where there will be serious fighting.
But what happened? What happened to their constitution that says in the event of the incapacitation of the president of the Senate takes over for, is it 3 months?
90 days.
90 days and conduct election, am I correct?
Yeah, let me answer that.
Okay.
The present president of the Senate is an invalid. You remember the other day they brought him to the Senate to try to force him to be re-elected.
Yes.
And he collapsed. And he collapsed in there, and an ambulance came and took him. Right now he's an invalid. He cannot stand up, he cannot do anything. Number two, the president of the National Assembly, who is supposed to call a joint session of parliament, that's the parliament and the Senate, so that a vacancy can be declared in the presidency, and powers given to the president of the Senate, is also in a hospital suffering from coronavirus. So the whole
leadership is incapacitated.
Yes, there is a total incapacitation in the whole of La République du Cameroon.
So tell me what you have heard about these French planned elections in that country. So you are saying the French are planning to hold a precipitated elections and then insert Frank Bia to become their next president?
Exactly. And listen to me, Chris. If they try that, there will be very serious war in La République du Cameroon. Now, the French have come to an impasse. They don't know what to do. They don't know exactly what to do.
But why do you think there will be war in Cameroon? Who is fighting the war? I do not know Bamenda to be fighters. I do not know the Northeast to be fighters. The moment they conduct their elections and conduct the fraud in it and get their candidate to win, their candidate now picks them from the west, pick them from the north, give them money, put them in ministerial positions, seal their mouths, seal their lips, and deja vu all over again.
Chris, let me answer you. The Nordics have been waiting for this time. They claim that it was their time to retake power. They have been waiting for this time. Professor Kamtu claims he won the last election and is waiting for this time. You tell me, if you think that the North is going to sit quiet when they have already sent out some feelers, they say one, Marafa Amido Yaya should be released from prison with immediate effect. Number two, that Paul Biya cannot be buried in Cameroon without first burying Ahijo. Now, that is not all.
But Ahijo died out of the country. Paul Biya probably died in his bed in it today.
No, Chris, let me land. Let me land.
Okay.
You will remember when we started having Boko Haram, Paul Biya had paid plus or minus 10 billion francs to Boko Haram through ransom.
Yes.
You remember?
Yes.
Let me take you through that. The seven Frenchmen, Amadou Ali's wife and family, and the 10 Chinese contractors. Paul Biya paid a total of more than 10 billion francs to Boko Haram. Just about a year or two ago, I don't know whether it has even stopped, in Gaundere, there are a group of hoodlums who are capturing rich people and taking money from them, taking ransom from them to finance Boko Haram. What is going to happen in the north is that it's very easy for Boko Haram to cut off the north. If there is not
for Boko Haram to cut off, you are very correct, but for Boko Haram to cut off the north, they should be able to be working in collaboration with the Northeast. And you know for sure that before they make the announcement, the formal announcement of his death, they would have, the North would essentially have become a police state, militarized to the extent Boko cannot come out, and they will monitor every Northeast politician to make sure they have no communication with a terrorist group called Boko Haram.
Listen, Chris, the Cameroon government withdrew troops from fighting Boko Haram and sent them to fight us. So they don't have enough troops fighting Boko Haram. Boko Haram has virtually taken all of the extreme north.
Chad, they will just work out something with Chad to take care of that area, I guess.
It means you have not been following. Chad has cut off and is protecting its boundaries and protecting its people. Look, what I'm trying to say, Chris, is that the North is not those CPDM politicians who come to Yaoundé, get wine and dine, and they get all kinds of posts and so on. That's not the North. The average Northeast is going to fight this fight to finish. Number two, if you think that the Bamileke people will just sit around and be excluded from a presidential election because Kanto did not go for the last election, if you think that is going to happen and everybody will sit down, you have been following, I'm sure you have been following the activities of BAS.
Yes. Right.
You cannot underwrite those people. I don't care what anybody thinks.
My problem with the bars is they kind of think that somebody should be fighting for them. They would want to use us as a proxy to fight Paul Biya. The Bamileke man is a very business conscious somebody, and I really doubt if they are courageous enough to risk those businesses as we have risked everything in Amazonia.
Well, Chris, I will not say that. I will not be categorical like you. This is a critical time where the Bamileke race is facing annihilation by the rest of this petty group.
More than Amazonia? Annihilation more than Amazonia?
No, not more than Amazonia. But when the violence breaks out in La Republique du Cameroon, it is going to be to our advantage. I'm not going to even discuss that. We should only be observing. What I'm trying to say is that if they do anything to exclude Kanto from being a presidential candidate, it is going to be very, very rough in that place. And not only that, if they do anything to exclude Marafa Amido Yaya and get him out of jail and let him become a candidate, it's not going to help anybody in that La Republique du Cameroon. That is my analysis as a political observer. I may be wrong, but I'm telling you that the situation is not easy.
But then the logical question would be: we know these people. They have a pedigree for conducting fraudulent elections, and when the French are concerned, it has to be their candidate. And should they pick Bia's son to take over from him in any so-called election, they will have to support him, right?
I know that. That is where the trouble will start. That is where the trouble will start, Chris. I don't think those La Republic people right now, as I follow them now, I don't think they are ready for another Bia.
So if you have the Northeast and the Bamenda is fighting, they want those the Bulus, Betis on the other side. It's a hell of a confusion in that country.
It is. But the Betis can only boast of the army. And that army, Chris, is split into 4. Let me give you the split. There are those who are for Frank Bia. There are those who are for Ferdinand Gongo, supported by Madame and Nangai Boko.
You mean Madame is not behind Frank Bia?
No. Oh, no. That's an arch enemy.
Okay.
Number three, Mebengo, who is sitting now in prison, when he was Minister of Defense, he built his own loyalty in the army.
Now, Mebengo, he is Betty Bulu or what?
He is a Bulu man.
Okay.
He's a Bulu man. He built his own loyalty in that army, and is very solid. And then the fourth one is Ayolo Vondo, who is also a Bulu, who some rank of that army is supporting him. So you find 4 different groups in one army. And if that army is going to fight the Hausas and fight the Bamilikes, where would they go? It's going to be total confusion and total bloodshed.
Can they raise an army like we raise ours? Can they?
Now, Chris, don't worry. Money can do anything. They have the cash. They have the money.
They have the money, but my concern though is, do they have the courage? It takes courage to do these things.
They can send in mercenaries in that country and La Republic is finished. I am telling you. I have watched Brigade Anti-Sardinal over the 2 years, and I know what they are capable of doing. They have the means. They have said so. They have the means to do anything. They have said so, and they continue to say so. You remember, they are the first to have declared that Bia was dead.
I'm sorry?
None of them do anything.
Who's the first?
So they are on top of their game.
Right.
Let nobody deceive you that they will take it lying down.
Now, give me the picture that our revolution, our struggle takes considering this scenario. What should our leaders be doing at this moment?
Our leaders should be very attentive and watch what is happening in La Republic of Cameroon. Because any action in La Republic of Cameroon will determine our action from now going forward.
If there is that vacancy, not if, when I know right now they are strategizing what should happen in their regions with the governors, the DOs, and so on. What do you think the governors and the DOs, the colonial governors and the colonial DOs and all the colonial administrations in our own territory, what do you think they will be thinking right now? Because Yaoundé needs a lot of the military in the regions back into that city, and of course Douala. And if they are not careful, they may not have enough to militarize the regions.
Well, that's what I'm telling you, that if I were a governor in the southern zone or the northern zone, I should be thinking about going home to La Republic. Because our people should be getting ready. We should be arming our people so that when the time comes, we just shoot everybody out of there. Let's try to get them out of our territory because they are going to reduce, there's going to be a reduction in troops because they cannot fight that war in La Republic without reducing troops from our territory. Even if they don't reduce, we have the capability to shoot down all the governors, all the SDOs, and get them out of our territory and fight till we get to the boundary and close the boundary so that they can kill themselves in their country for all I care.
Now, we're going to be talking a lot in the coming days about this. Mbandam was announced dead. Joseph Mbandam was announced dead. I saw the corpse somewhere lying on the stretcher, and I nodded my head and I said, oh, look at what power, what money can reduce a man of his caliber too. That is a man that was an icon, not just in the SDF, but even in that parliament. And look at where he is today. Give me your thoughts about the death of Joseph Mbandam, please.
Don't mind because I'm laughing. He is actually my moyo.
He's your moyo?
He comes from the same village with my wife. That's what I mean.
Okay.
All I'm saying, Chris, is that Mbandam has gotten what he deserves. From the autopsy report, it's the same product that killed Ekema that has killed him.
Are you kidding me? Are you saying it is poison that killed him?
That's what the autopsy report. That's what I'm reading on social media. The autopsy report.
Well, you know, social media. You got to be very careful with what you read on the social media.
Chris, the wife says the husband started vomiting blood.
Or the wife says Mbandam started vomiting blood. So essentially, he wasn't sick and admitted in the hospital.
No, he started vomiting blood before he was taken to the hospital.
And do we know for how long he was at the hospital?
I don't know. But all we know this morning is that he died.
Now, other sources are saying that he died from the wounds inflicted upon him during his trip to Batibo the other day for the elections.
No, that's not it, Chris. The wife says the husband came back from a meeting on Sunday and started vomiting blood.
Oh, that was he came back from a meeting yesterday.
Sunday. Yes, he
actually and started vomiting blood.
He actually died in the night of Sunday, breaking Monday.
So he died at home.
I don't know where he died, but that is the story the wife is telling. That the husband came back from a meeting and started vomiting blood. If Mbandam has been poisoned, it has been poisoned by the Beti Bulu group, because Mbandam and Joshua Osi and Prundi enter into a pact with the regime that they will be given all the other seats, the rerun seats in the Northwest. And the CPDM people in the Northwest said whether there's election or no election, those seats belong to them. And that is what has happened. Mbandam was now threatening to divulge that information. It was threatening to go public with it, and we will now know what has happened. We don't know who poisoned him. Nobody knows what happened. All we know is that he started vomiting blood, and before he got to the hospital, by the time he got to the hospital, it was late, and he died. I don't know whether he died at home or in the hospital. I cannot tell. But that is what I'm reading on social media. And I'm telling you, it's all over the place. The fact that he's dead is true.
What a sad end. What a sad end for a man who thought he was bigger. He was bigger than 8 million Amazonians.
That sends a chilling effect on all the enablers in Yaoundé.
Correct. But do you think they learn anything? Do they ever learn? Even Frundi himself, do they ever learn?
Frundi was very smart, Chris. Frundi was very smart because he escaped, and it's now him in Los Angeles with his daughter. So that is where the whole truth is. Joshua Osi is still there. The lady the lady, the Mukala lady who is from So, they call a kilo somebody.
Right.
Is still there. Gerard Ngala is still there. Those are the enablers we have. And any deal that they have with the Republic of Cameroon, if they don't fulfill it, they will end up the same way.
It's a sad story. Really sad story. He has lost everything in his hometown of Batibo. Got attacked the other day going for re-election. Went back to Yaoundé. Now he is killed. All of this because he refused to stand on the side of his own people. Exactly. I just hope that the rest of them can learn a lesson from this.
Let me also say this. Banda's corpse will not see Batibo. They should just arrange to bury him in Yaoundé. Because I don't see how those corpses can leave Yaoundé right through to Bamenda and down to Batibo. I don't see it. Our restoration forces will not allow that. He is a persona non grata, even dead in our territory.
It is very, very unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate. Now, the last thing that I like us to touch on is this MTN company. MTN is one company in this period of crisis, conflict, that continues to ally with La République du Cameroun to inflict pain on our people. MTN, under instructions from La République du Cameroun, shuts down internet. I was told that every time I am live, they make sure that they shut down internet. MTN shuts down internet so Ambazonians do not have enough bandwidth to watch it live for those who don't have satellite TV. And not only that, the regime uses NTM to send out threats to Ambazonians not to forward messages, some kind of messages, what they consider terrorist messages, whereas there are none. Now, they are the only network doing so. What can we do to MTN?
MTN is shooting itself on the foot. MTN is from South Africa.
Correct.
The French television, the telecom, which is Orange, doesn't do what MTN is doing.
Orange doesn't do it. I don't think any other network does it.
I don't think any other network does. But MTN has taken upon itself to be on the side of the oppressor. Therefore, that's why we encourage our people to download VPN so that they can continue to watch Amber television, so that they can continue to have some kind of internet.
But let me ask you, Barrister John, is it not possible for us to say Ambazonians should stop consuming anything MTN? I mean, they are not the only option they have on the ground. They have Orange, they have Camtel, they have Nextel. I think there's another one too. Do they have Vodafone? I think so. They have other options. Why do they have to rely on MTN? Can we boycott them? I think if we boycott them, it will teach them a lesson and teach others too a lesson.
We can easily boycott them, Chris, but you know MTN entered our territory very deeply before any other network. So it will take some time for us to be able to boycott them and get another network to service us. That is why we should start the process of boycotting them. But they should know that when Ambazonia becomes a state, they are out of Ambazonia.
But what about the infrastructure they have on the ground? Can't we just cut those things off and say, hey?
Oh yes. We should tell our restoration forces, let them identify all the antennas that belong to MTN and bring them down.
Yes.
Because if they cut internet in our place, then they have no use for us.
Yeah, my advice would be everybody switch to any other network you like, whether Nextel or Orange, Camtel, whatever. Let's boycott MTN, and if possible, cut down their antennas. Cut down those antennas. Don't burn them. Don't destroy them. Just go somewhere, do something that will disconnect everything, and switch to Orange, and switch to Nextel, and switch to Camtel. Let MTN learn a lesson that in business, the customers mean more than the government. Exactly. We cannot have this going on and on and on. MTN is at the center of this revolution. Let's break their backs by disconnecting every one of their antennas until they are ready. Until they are ready to do business as usual.
That is the message we should be sending to our restoration forces to make sure they bring down those antennas.
All right. Barrister John, stay in there. I will open the phone lines, take a few calls. But what I want to do, ladies and gentlemen, I need Ambazonians who will call now and say, I am giving $1,000 for the project in Boya and the project in Bamenda. We will not sit here and lament and just lament why our brothers and our sisters die in the dungeons in Boya and in Bamenda. I need those concerned Ambazonians to call now to say, Secretary Chris, I'm coming in for that $1,000. Please, we need it to save our people. Let me get the first caller now. Hello, sir. Hello. Hello.
Hello, Secretary Chris.
Hello, sir. Good evening. I know you are calling from Switzerland.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I have a question for you.
Do you have $1,000? I need $1,000 first, please. It's not coming to me. It is going.
I've always been contributing. Always.
Everybody. I am going to be a little bit pushful today. I know everybody has been contributing.
For this 1,000, but I will contribute. I was not ready, and you said it yourself. You didn't know that you will say it.
Right. I didn't come up preparing to do this. All right, go ahead, sir.
So,
1 minute.
Let me ask you my question.
All right.
Our comrade Mola Wonja said in Amber voice that our solution to this, our struggle, is that the two IG. I don't know where he got this, because I know we have one IG. He said the two IG must emerge. Otherwise,
sir, I'm sorry. Hold on. I'm sorry. We are very much on this subject of prisoners and poor beer. I don't want a digression. If it is about the two IGs, I won't want to discuss that or entertain that today. That is a little distraction.
Yeah, but I'm worried.
Well, we'll talk about that on a different day, sir. Not today. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, before you call, make sure that your television set or your computer from which you are watching, the volume is turned down. Make sure you turn down the volume of your set. Okay. If you don't turn down the volume of your set, I can't pick your call. Hello, Prince J.K.
Hello, Sir Chris.
Yes, Prince. How are you, sir?
I'm doing very good. I want to say that's a very good project you have started. I'm sure when you're going off, I'm going to come up with to continue with that project. Good. We need at least 100 people to come up with that 1,000. And if possible, if there are those who cannot come up with 1,000, they need to come up with 100. We will take.
Yes, this is what I hold on there. This is what I am saying. I have no doubt that there are able Ambazonians out there who can afford that 1,000. I would have said, everybody, give what you like. I know it will end up to be peanut money. But I am first of all looking for those 20 people, 20 Ambazonians who want to say with me, Chris, we need to liberate our brothers in Boya and in Bamenda prisons and give that $1,000. Then anybody else can give what they like. And I appreciate that, JK, you continuing that. In fact, just imagine if every activist will come up and take up this challenge, this burden, and say to Ambazonians, there are people out there who can give us $1,000. Yes?
Secretary Chris, we presently, for those who are still waiting, Watana Wata movement, we are already starting it. We'll put $1,000 down for you.
Wonderful, wonderful. I count it.
For what we have been doing online, Watana Wata movement, even though we are going on with the Max project and everything, we'll put $1,000 for this campaign first down.
Thank you. I can count on that now. Remember, that is coming to me, not going to your platform.
No,
I'm counting it on this platform.
To get to you.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Okay.
Thank you. Thanks, Prinjeka. God bless. And let me tell you, I appreciate a lot what you do. You are doing a fabulous job out there, raising funds for Ground Zero, and I really want to challenge our activists out there to emulate that. I think that is what we want. That is what we need in activism. Activism that builds strength, and not all this name calling to and fro. Thank you,
Thank you very much, Secretary Chris. Thank you very much. And I have one thing for Barrister Fru.
Okay.
Please tell Barrister Fru John, so that's very good. The last time I challenged him with this question, he was a little bit calm, but I'm happy now that he has said B has gone. I said a long time ago B has gone. I'm happy he has come out today very clear. Barrister Fru John so is radical today, and he's saying that we must burn the prisons, we must burn everything. Now is the time, Secretary Chris. Now is the time for Ambazonians to rise.
All right.
Make sure that we prepare ourselves with guns.
Thank
before
you.
anything wants to happen.
Thank you. Barrister John, you have something to add there. Thanks, Prince Jeka.
Yes, I thank Prince Jeka. I was just being prudent, Prince, because if I don't have evidence, I cannot go announcing anything. Thank you very much.
All right. Let me see who else is on the line. Hello, sir. Please, can you turn down the volume of your television and focus on the phone, please? Again, I will not take people calling with your television turned on in the background. You must turn down your television set or your computer set, the volume before you call. All right? Okay. Hello. Hello. All right. Again, I don't have time to wait for anybody to turn down his or her phone set, television set. You must turn down, shut down your television set before you call. Shut down the volume. Turn down the volume, else I won't accept your call, please. Hello.
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 Yeah, hello.
Yes, sir. I can hear you. Go on. Where are you calling from?
I'm coming from Ground Zero in the northwest province.
Are you a francophone?
I'm an English speaking. I'm 100% Ambazonian.
I heard you say you're calling from the northwest province. We left that long time ago.
I'm calling from a northern zone.
All right. Okay. Thank you. How was Ghost Town there today?
At least the ghost town was very nice today.
It was
no car, nothing was moving on the street today.
Okay, that's wonderful. Because I learned that the mayor of Bamenda and governor that are trying everything to shut down, to frustrate ghost town, Monday ghost towns. If they try it, we'll just add it. So go ahead, tell me, what is your contribution? 50 seconds.
Secretary Chris, let me speak in the Pidgin dialect.
That is okay.
We for Bamenda, we talk for the mayor the gendarmes, the legend for upstation, we tell them say we Bamenda picking them.
Yes.
We don't decide say if they not give that bike them for brother them. Look at we turn Bamenda like me between the country.
Good.
We'll start use knife to work out for inside our skin. Any Bamenda came out say we put knife in neck.
Yeah, I think this is the moment. I think this is the moment. This is the moment when I must send that message, and I hope say this message what you bring on for here it is circulate for day.
Yes, it is circulate.
You be one of the bikers?
No, I'll be one of the boys for Ground Zero.
The bikers they get how the bikers what your bikers that they talk?
Well, they're ready for tomorrow. At least I do two for my quarter. They're ready tomorrow.
All right. Thank you for the information. All right. Barrister John, any comment there?
Well, all I can say is that we're relying on our people and our restoration forces to act now and flush those Francophones out of our territory. This is the time to act. This is the time to act. Every time they shoot and kill our civilians, we should act accordingly.
No, that's absolutely the point. We must not allow our people to be slaughtered the way they have done. It must be a soul for a soul.
Correct.
All right, let me get to the next caller here. See. Hello. 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 Well, that's a bad network there. Get to the next caller. Hello.
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 Hello, Secretary Chris.
Yes, I can hear you, sir. Where are you calling from?
Good evening.
Good evening, sir. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from.
Sorry, you are breaking up. I didn't get you. Well, gentlemen, that's a bad connection. Move to the next caller. Ground Zero is on fire. Hello, sir. Hello.
Yes, good evening, Secretary Chris.
Good evening, sir. Where are you calling from, please, from Ground Zero?
Yes, I'm calling from the northern zone.
Okay, and tell me what is going on.
Not Bamenda.
Thank you. What is going on?
Yes, no, we had a very serious go down there today.
Good. Good. And
on the ghost town day.
okay.
So we think our restoration boys should take care of these boys who are disrespecting our ghost towns. Yes.
When you say boys disturbing the ghost town, what do you mean? Who are those boys?
No, we have some few bikers that run here in Kwen on ghost town days.
Now we have learned that most of those bikers running in Nkwen, they are Bamilekis, Francophones.
Yes, they are Bamilekis and at times military men as well.
Military men as well, okay?
Yes, so,
okay?
Yes.
Now, you guys don't have to put everything into the hands of the restoration forces. You, the civilians, can do something. Because the restoration forces are not everywhere at the same time. You guys have to team up. It is our duty, all of us. While some are giving money from here, those of you on the ground should take the action.
Yes, Secretary.
Thank you.
Please, permit me say something about the MTN issue, Secretary. Please.
All right, go on, please.
Yes. MTN is doing all this trash to us, but it's not because of their liking. If we vandalize MTN equipment,
I'm sorry, his network.
Send them away. It is the best in our territory. So if we send them away, we are going to suffer. So I think vandalizing MTN equipment or sending them out is not the best thing, because they don't act according to their wish. They act according to the composure of La Republic.
But then
So
why is La Republic using only them? Why are other companies not doing the same thing?
Yes, because they know that we are deeply rooted in using MTN. They know that MTN is very using the new content that will come in. I beg you, I think let's take MTN and let it be the devil. That's the devil we know than an angel don't know. The other people will come in the worst. I know what I am saying.
All right, that is your opinion. We will get others' opinion. Thanks for the call.
Thank you, Secretary Chris. But please don't send MTN away. I know what I'm saying, please.
All right, thank you. Okay. Let's see who else. I hope this guy is calling to give us $1,000. Hello, sir.
Yes, Chris, good day, and good day to Barrister John. So,
Good day, sir. Thanks for the call. Are you calling to help this Boya and Bamenda mission?
I'm just calling to give just a strategy for our restoration force and the people back to ground zero.
Okay, what is the strategy?
My talk and picture. If my idea feature a little bit contribution, at least it could help.
Okay.
Yes, wait away. I don't sure the look. This thing will get for put a strategy and say the military they seek kill people. So wait away. Me, I believe say some people, some of the restoration force they get for do now. Say they get for give a warning for so many military people. The way they know their compound them, they know their family them. As they for front of the Kiwi. To target their families. If we do this thing, we are going to succeed. So now my own contribution, I say my try for put it lightly. No one think about it.
All right. Thank you. I appreciate that. I hope the appropriate people are listening to you. Hello, sir. Hello.
Hello, Secretary Chris.
Hello, good evening, sir. Where are you calling from on ground zero?
I'm calling from Northern Zone.
Okay, so you all have electricity there today?
In some places there are electricity, but many places we don't have electricity.
Okay. All right. Go ahead. What is your contribution, sir?
Okay, my own contribution is first I want to greet Barrister John Fru.
Okay.
Yeah.
Second, I'm asking about Abdul Karim. We heard that he is at Canada. Have you heard about him?
Abdul Karim is doing just fine. He is okay. He is strong.
Okay. So we want you also to invite him again for us to see him and be very happy, because when we see Barrister John Fru, we are thinking about Abdul Karim.
I will have Abdul Karim on ABC one of these days.
Our now is empty.
What is empty?
Yes. Because these two people are not with us again.
Don't be worried. They are coming back. Barrister John, you need to give a word of encouragement to these people, please.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
My people should believe that. I will be back.
Happy. So
I
and we
will
are also
be
happy
back.
for this program that you say $1,000 US for release our prison.
Yes.
So that's the very great, and we are with you, and we are praying for you to continue this job like this. We know that our free marshal is very, very, very healthy where he is, and we are still waiting for him to make another action. Like Kumbu also is on.
Yeah, we learned that Kumbo yesterday took out one of the biggest rebels in that city. We want to appreciate what the Kumbo warriors.
Yes.
Oh, is it Bui warriors or Kumbo warriors? Bui warriors.
The Bui warriors.
Yes, what they are doing
warriors.
out there. And they are not only doing that, they are standing their grounds against some infiltrators in Ndu. We hear of one guy up there in Ndu who is trying to destabilize Bui warriors. We know what the Bui warriors are doing, and let them just keep on doing what they are doing, and let them again avoid the cameras. Avoid the cameras. Avoid videos. Don't put yourself out there. Just do what you are doing. Put out the information. When you put it out, we trust you. We know that you do it, because lots of you have died just for exposing yourself out there to a lot of public. Thank you for the call, sir.
Thank you also, Mr. Chris. I'm very happy for you today because you take my call. I always call and you are not even took my call, so I'm very happy. Thank you.
Well, I try to take everybody's call, just that before I end this broadcast, you will imagine I would have gotten about a little over 1,000 calls, and I can take all, you know. Thank you, though.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. Okay, Barrister John, you and Abdul Karim are leaving this guy Thursday.
No, all I can say is that we will be back. We will be back.
Okay.
I can promise them.
Paul Nilong, you can go ahead and call. Go ahead and call. Okay.
Yeah,
hello, sir. Hello. Hello. Yes, I can hear you, ma'am. Go ahead.
Hello?
Hello, go on, please. I can hear you.
Yes, hi, Secretary Chris. This is Gladys. I just want to thank you for the awesome job that you're doing. I got talk for pigeons so that we are mommy them and we are papa the way they back home. They feel hear me.
Okay.
The first thing I want to talk, excuse me, now about the face mask.
Okay.
I thank your sister for we talk about the mask today. And one thing to observe, now say, I be see somewhere there's a video circulating for social media where somebody they sell masks. You know how they carry waka around with masks.
Yeah.
Some people they take them, they measure them for their face, they give them back. That is absolutely very dangerous.
Correct.
So it be very dangerous. So if you want to buy mask for person where it waka, or if now you the sell them, no agree me anybody measure mask, it give you back for waka sell them, because that person where the measure is surely you don't know if you get the sick or you don't get them. So me will be very careful. And when you buy mask, not even use them where you not wash them, except say now you make your own mask for your house.
That is very good advice. Thank you for that. Thank you for that.
So the second thing about MTN, I want to just add to the caller where it talk plea on behalf of where people them. When I know say now people they don't be harassed where when we send money for Western Unions and other places, people they don't work like agents. They send people when you go take money, they send people they follow can't take them. So with MTN, they offer this service where you do like.
Hello? 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 Well, I think I lost that caller. She is still on, but no audio. All right. Thanks for your message anyways. We got you. All right. Barrister John, I think it was a pleasure to have you, sir. Before you go, is there one more thing you would love to say to Amazonians out there?
All I will tell Amazonians is that we should be very observant of what happens in La Republic of Cameroon, because any action they take will determine the action that we take. We should not say that it does not concern us. It concerns us because that is where our survivor is coming from. We will be ready to shoot them out of our territory. We'll be ready to shoot them out of our territory if we watch determine what they are doing. We have to be on top of what they are doing.
All right, Barrister John, hold on a second. Let me get this caller here. I think this is Paul Nealon. He's been trying to call. Paul, can you turn down the volume of your set and focus on your phone, please?
Yes, I think my set is down completely.
I hear a lot of noise in your background.
Is it okay now?
That is better. Go ahead, please.
Yes, Secretary Chris, Barrister John, I just don't know how to thank you people for this wonderful presentation tonight. It is really a revolutionary platform with a different dimension. In relation to what is happening, I want to salute Ambazonians this evening. We have no choice. We have no option. We just have one thing that we must do as a people: to carry this battle to the doorstep of the enemy, which is living in amongst us, which is La Republic. We must take our destiny in our hands. Anything La Republic in our land, the humiliation is too much. What is happening in China?
Hold on a little bit there. Hold on a little bit there. You mentioned the point, taking the world to the enemy, and I have heard a lot of people saying, "Oh, let's cross the Mongol. Let's cross the Mongol with this war." I wonder why we should cross the Mongol. Why we have hundreds of thousands of francophones still in our territory.
Yes, that is why I say let's take the battle to the doorstep of the enemy.
Correct.
In the house.
Yes.
I use the word enemy in the house.
Correct.
It means they are living in us. We don't need to go outside. We don't need to cross the Mongol. To me, we don't need to cross the Mongol. We must pick them all inside our house. We must make life uncomfortable. What happened in 1953, the dominance our forefathers encountered with the Nigerians in the Enugu House of Assembly is the same thing we have been suffering since 1961. Now is the time for us to carry this fight. It means without any fear or favor. Please, the message you people have given out today is a wake-up call. I want to thank you people. And I'm making this appeal to all Ambazonians. Now is the time for us to wake up. The nonsense that Lele Lafrique is doing in Bamenda must stop. It must stop. The nonsense this idiot is doing in Boya must stop. It is a collective battle. It's not for one person. Now is the time for us to go back to our local government, identify ourselves in our local government, dictate what happens in our land. Fellow Ambazonians, rise up. The dominance must stop.
Thank you.
So your voice is still loud and clear. You will continue in this spirit. Papa, God will continue to bless you. Do not
Thank you.
We are behind you. We are behind the interim government. We are behind you, Secretary Chris. Ambazonians count on you. Dr. Sako, the president of the interim government. We are heading to Boya. Thank you all for the patriotic spirit.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thanks for the call. All right. That is it, ladies and gentlemen. I will take a short break while I let Barrister John to go. When I come back, I will take a few more announcements before we call it a day. Barrister John, it was a great pleasure having you back here today, sir. I hope you have a great night and you stay away from the corona.
Thank you, Chris. I am trying my best.
All right. Thank you. God bless. Good night.
Start a new career as a Linux system administrator with an average salary of $80,000 to $120,000 a year. Dynamic Tech Academy has transformed many lives for the better through our 6-month Linux program. We are so excited to announce that we are adding DevOps course and Red Hat certification at no charge.